Hi, my name's Keith, and I'm known as the Florida Stone Man, and today I'm going to talk to you all about if free will can be taken, what is free will, etc. Now, in this video, you're going to notice a lot more pictures in the background. I'm going to describe to you who all the pictures of. The most important one is right here, Jesus. Now, we have the angels. The camera's introverted. That's Zadkiel, or Zadkiel, or he has like 5 or 6 different things for his name that you guys can call him. Zadkiel, whatever. We have Raphael in the background, then Gabriel, then Michael, Uriel, then we have Jophiel. Down there, way down there, we have Raguel. Then I'll add more such as Sandalphon, and then I'll add all the angels. Now we have some butterflies in the background too, because why not butterflies? No one's properly guessed this angel's name. It's not Jophiel. This is not Jophiel. He'll give you his name when he's ready to. If this is the right time of your life for you to have Moldavite, then he'll give you his name. He'll just be like, he'll say it nice and loud too. He'll say it nice and loud. You can't miss his name. It's loud. He might say it fast, but it's nice and loud. Her name, I'd be surprised if anyone can guess her name. It starts with O. And there's a giant, it's a hymn, but there's a giant giveaway on what that angel's holding. Now into this topic of what is free will? Can it be taken away? You see these witches on TikTok be like, I took away this person's free will and now they're back together with me. Not ha. That'll be read to you upon Judgment Day, upon you thinking you can dominate another person's free will. You see that in the music industry very often, but what is free will? It's free. It's something God gives us. And some people in psychology, they say, is free will really free? You have to all this pressure and etc. Because I've taken psychology before. And one thing in psychology, they're like, well, is free will really free? Well, that's not what this video is about. We're talking about free will is something given to everyone. All humans and angels. And yes, angels too. I'll be talking to you about that. Because I have all these beautiful new angel statues and pictures, etc. Basically, anytime you put a picture for an angel, it makes a place for them. If you guys have paid attention to the YouTube comments that are mean, the people who are, if you wonder what happened, the people who are leaving mean comments are getting jumped by angels, okay? There's no easier way to say that. They're getting jumped by the angels watching them as they make comments. Now there's like no comments and gotta reset the algorithm there, but here, and let me get back to the topic. The thing about you guys wondering if there's free will, because what if someone does something to control my free will? No one can control your free will. Spoiler alert, no one can control your free will. Ever. That's that. If you're of darkness and you're doing dark things, if you're a being of darkness, demons can be controlled, but is that 100% dominating their free will? No, there's a mechanism like that suppresses it until it controls it into pushing it into a certain direction. That's the most it's doing. It's not, you can't just, like, now this demon's your demon, etc. Because people who are demonologists will think, oh, you can... Don't work with demons. When it comes to angels, you can never try to control an angel because their will is of God's. And they prefer that. It's a choice. They have glory. It's a certain place of power for them. It's a certain ranking. It's like they're in the army and this is what they get to do. This is awesome. Like they've been doing it for a long time. There's a lot of self-reward in it. So angels will be doing that on their own free will. Now, and that's why people are like, okay, you have to read the stuff in Revelation and a whole bunch of other stuff, but Angels decide if they don't want to be angels anymore. Then they're fallen angels. Then stuff happens to them, and they go to other places. I'm not going to go into details, so yes, I am censoring myself from getting on the tangents, talking about different things. I'll be like, Okay, but when it comes to love spells, this is a good topic. Love spells don't work. And people are like, yeah, they do. I tried one, and this person was like blowing up my phone. It's because they're desperate. That's why love spells work. It's because they work, but they don't work. So if you have a desperate person, and that desperate person's just flat out not giving you attention, that person's been desperate in the first place. So the second you put some kind of energy around it, it's going to rile them up. It's going to stir the desperate person up, and it's your energy attached to it. So the desperate person's going to be focusing on you. So essentially, love spells only work on desperate people. In the fact that it works on them. So like, oh, you're the only one I can see ever. You're the only one I can possibly lay my eyes upon. Okay, before you did love spell, because they don't work. You can go on any guide on YouTube and be like, well, people pay over hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars to have a love spell done on someone, and it still doesn't work. Why? Because free will. Now, there is aspects of a love spell, and that's something that doesn't work. It's not of light. Unless the love spell to get your relationship that's already existing more spicy, you'd spice it up. But I don't do spell work like that. I'm not Magician 101 over here. Crystals like rose quartz, they're literally on autopilot for fixing people's relationships. You can get all the love spells and stuff you want done. That's why they never work, is people will keep getting them done and they don't work, etc. Learn from your past mistakes. Don't keep running with them. What else is there to that? Now. And people are like, well, I got a love spell done and still they're going to call me desperate. No, you just probably didn't know any better, and you probably seen something from TV, you probably heard something from someone, but they just flat out don't work. They don't. They don't work. Okay? How they work is they rile up an energy that was already there. They don't make something new. And people are like, well, I disagree. This could make something new. No, it spices up something that's already there. There's no way to change that. There's no changing the truth. And the truth is the truth. Because think about it like this. If love spells work so much, why don't you have the person that you truly desire, that you really want, if that person's doing love magic on that person, etc.? And as some people will turn to domination magic, which I'm not teaching about that either. Because certain people will find stuff online. And domination you can use on dark entities to get them away. You can't use it on beings of light, because they're of God. And when you do that on another person, if that person can't be a person of God for it to work. That's why I'm telling you guys to move closer to God. Occult leaders, they're the ones who give this information away. People who are the leaders, like not nothing occults, like not the little tiny occults that are just like getting basically nothing done. The people who are at the top of the top. And this is the only video I'll talk about this a little bit. In the music industry, in beauty industry, etc. Because you better believe those people are doing stuff. It's the only video I'll say it, but those people are doing heavy stuff. The people not of light can be controlled by each other. How can they be controlled? How can their free will be dominated? It's because this person has their energy like this, but when people do some kind of dark magic dark magic, because you guys will find what I teach, and then you'll be like, this is just burning stuff. Well, I don't teach anything that's not of God. I don't teach anything that's not good. I don't teach anything that's not going to protect you or uplift you or bless you. So these people will take, like, let's just say this person is supposed to be number 2, and this person's number 4. So they'll take some kind of force, dark force. They'll use their dark intention. All it is dark intention, and try to force the person down. If you pay attention, this hand's going down with this hand, so they're both going down. But when that person gets back up, they're angry. So when people do some kind of domination, energy magic on someone, and all it is it's not even the herbs, it's the intention, which will come back to you. That person's angry and they're lashing out because they feel like they've been held underwater. Same thing with dark entities. For people who are trying to capture dark entities, when those things get free, they flip out on you and they never go away. Yay! That's why it's so easy to send back negative energy to people who have sent it. Because the entity's already irked. Unless it's been paid, then when the payment is gone, then it's irked. But it's very simple. You can't control someone's free will, ever. You can try to push it downwards. You can try to mask it, but that doesn't control it. You can't do that ever. You can't even, okay. This is a really good example. God made Adam and Eve. He flat out gave them free will. The first opportunity that came along is the one that got them. What does that say? What does that tell you about humans? What does that tell you about the history of humans? What does that tell you about what we're composed of? What we might have been? The proposition that the serpent gave Adam and Eve is that you could be gods. You could know the truth. Okay, to be 100% specific, you could be gods. You wouldn't die if you've taken a bite from this apple. This fruit, it won't kill you. Nothing will happen bad when you take a bite from it. Just don't listen to God. Don't listen to him. Just take the bite from the fruit. They exercise their free will to do whatever they want. And look what happened. A good message in this video is use your free will to move closer to God because it's the right thing to do. It's the right thing that'll get you away from people who are trying to take your free will. It's a thing that'll help bless and uplift you and help make a beautiful future for yourself. It's a thing that will help change your life and open you to nothing but abundance and healing. When you move away, and some people get it confused. They're like, well, I can control people and I can do this stuff and move closer to God. Really? See how that works out. It doesn't. Flat out doesn't. You guys want things sugar-coated, but you're upset when sugar-coated doesn't work. I'm not talking about you guys in general. I'm talking about people in general. So you really can't control free will. More about angels and free will. You can't control them. And if you try, it's a very short life of anyone who tries to mess with an angel. Just saying that. For people who mess with demons, it's a short life as well, but it's a very drawn out short life. So the person you will usually live in some form of poverty and then slowly go. So they'll either age extremely quickly, they'll not age extremely quickly, and then other things will happen. It just depends, because most demonologists will follow a certain line of what happens unless they're in the industry or in industries. So in industries, there's a lot of people trying to control each other's free will. And all it's doing is just inconveniencing people to the point where they're like, I think I'm being hexed or cursed. Well, this person's intention is trying to control your free will or trying to mask your free will, and it's just coming out to be an annoyance, and it's causing inconveniences with you. So stuff in your house is breaking, etc. All because this person's trying to mask your free will. So your free will can't be masked, and even for reasons of light. You cannot force a person. Think about it like this. You can't force a bad person to be good, then you can't force a good person to be bad. It's our free will. It's who we are at a soul level, who we were before we got here, who we are and who we're developing to be. You'll see amazing people fall and become horrible people, and you'll see really bad people become good people. It's their free will. You get choice. You get to do whatever you want when you wake up, even when, let's just say you're in jail. You still get to wake up and you still get to participate in your day. Yeah. But if you don't, then it's your free will not to. Unless you can. But your free will can't be controlled. It's a very straightforward video. Don't try to control anyone's free will. The stuff online about free will domination or love spells or love magic, etc. At most, you're making lust in someone, and you're making that person extremely aroused to the point where they get desperate and they look for anyone who's the first person that pops up in their head, and it's usually you, and they go to you. So for the people bragging, I got my ex back through domination or controlling their free will. No, you got your ex back because they're desperate. And because you're desperate to get someone who's desperate, and two desperate people found each other. I'm not trying to sound mean. I'm not trying to... This is flat out blunt. You could be doing stuff to uplift yourself, help other people, move people closer to God, but you're out here taking people, attempting to take people's free will. Like, you have... Just like when the people were united in the Bible. In Babylon. Well, before it was Babylon. But these people were united. People were flat out working together as one. All one language, all one people. And the first thing they use their free will to do is to try to go to heaven and make a name for themselves. God looked upon Babylon, or before it was Babylon, basically. So this is what you do once you're united, and all the languages are broken up into different languages. And now, even if they try to use their free will, they can't because no one understands each other, so no one's building a tower up to heaven. This is a wonderful video. I will be using more Bible references in the future. You have any questions, guys? And, oh yeah, Uriel's back here reading the Bible. Uriel is a wonderful angel if you'd like to learn how to study the Bible. And you like actual Bible study, not the biased stuff that you'll find online. Like, oh, the Bible study, well, the Bible's telling me to vote for this politician. Some of these Bible studies are trying to interfere with people's free will. Like, that's a whole different topic for another video. I had a family member doing a Bible study, and the family member got disconnected, and they thought it was a demon trying to disconnect them. And I went back to the website to see what they were Bible studying. It was an agenda on politics. Getting into a Bible study. That's why you're supposed to interpret it on your own the best you can. If you don't know how to interpret it on your own, ask God for help and watch guides on YouTube. That's the best way to read it. Read it very slowly if you don't understand. And if you work with angels, and if you're someone who reads the Bible, which that's one of the easiest way to move closer to angels, actual angels, because in the original text, it gives you the names of the angels. For example, Zadkiel in the background. So many other beautiful angels. And you'll find out a lot about the angels coming from an angelologist. If you have any questions, ask them in the comment section. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. Ciao. I said ciao.